Looks like it is one and done with this one over at Netflix. Just a couple of weeks ago, they announced they would not be renewing this for a second season. So these 8 episodes for season one will stand alone as, I guess, the complete series. It features Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. Let's talk about the brothers' son. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for The Brothers' Son. This is available now on Netflix with its 8 episodes standing, I guess, now as the complete series. As just a couple weeks ago, it was announced by Netflix that they would not be bringing it back for a second season. Before we launch into the specifics, though, of the show and my thoughts on it, let me welcome you into Dan Reviews It. Thank you for finding this video. We do movie and TV reviews here on the channel, and there's always a lot going on. I try to post something every single day, so there's always a bunch of videos to check out, and you can look at the playlist on the homepage as well to kind of streamline your experience there, whether you're looking more for TV shows or movies, and they're all showcased by year. So this will be one of the first actually of 2024. I'm finally catching up on some of these. So this premiered in January, but with less than 2 months on the streaming platform, they said, we're good. We're not seeing the results we want, so we're going to cancel this one. So as far as I know, this will be now the only 8 episodes for this show. It was co-created by Brad Falchuk, who has worked with Ryan Murphy on a few projects. Ryan Murphy doesn't have anything to do with this, but Brad Falchuk helped co-create American Horror Story and 911 with Ryan Murphy. So obviously some, history there with success. But with this one, he's striking out on his own. Not completely on his own. It was still co-created, this one by Byron Wu. But he is separate from Ryan Murphy on this. And I don't know, perhaps the quality shows in that. We'll talk about that. But the basic premise is, so Bruce's son, who is played by Sam Sung Lee, he is living in California, but his older brother Charles comes to visit, played by Justin Chlen, and he comes to visit from Taiwan. And Bruce, through him, learns all about the family's profession as Taipei's most renowned gangsters. And his brother is, in fact, a hardened criminal being raised by a crime boss. So, his life gets turned upside down, and as he learns more, he sort of gets deeper himself into sort of the family business, let's say. And Michelle Yeoh plays their mother. So this is a bit of a mixed bag. It is trying to do a lot of things at once. It is a dark comedy. It's an action. It's a family drama. It's trying to check a lot of these boxes, and for the most part, because of that, it just becomes kind of a jumbled mess. Now, in terms of the positives, I will say the action sequences are pretty cool. They're pretty well choreographed. They're interesting, and they're peppered enough throughout that it's not like, okay, here's 48 minutes of exposition and family drama, and then let's have a big action sequence at the end. No, they're paced pretty good. Without within the length of the show, is what I'm trying to say. And Michelle Yeoh, look, what can we say? She is a great actress. I didn't love Everything Everywhere All at Once as much as a lot of people did. I thought it was very, very good, don't get me wrong. But, the best movie of the year and her performance, best of the year, I don't know. For me, I would have went with somebody else for best actress. But, there's no doubt that she's got a very, very long career behind her, and probably a nice, couple of decades in front of her as well, in terms of her career. She's a great actress. She is good here. Is she great? I'm not sure. In fact, she might be a little bit wasted in this show, because the dialogue sometimes, I think, is not maybe up to her level of acting. Now, look, she's been in a lot of sort of, B-grade action movies as well, where dialogue is not the main focus. So I can't say this is the first time I've seen her do something where maybe her acting is better than what's on the page. But certainly an example of it. And it doesn't help that some of these other actors are really kind of not great. They're a little bit stiff in their acting and just not natural. And look, thinking about it, I will admit that Falchuk's own show 911, which I love, I watch it all the time. It just moved networks, in fact, to ABC, so it's going to continue on for hopefully a few more years. But the acting there is sometimes is also a little bit maybe corny, maybe overacted. It's a bit of a soap opera, I guess. An action-based soap opera, which all those kind of shows are. Chicago Fire and all of that. But here, I think the tone didn't quite match, some of the acting in a soap opera type of sense. Because yes, there is some family drama here. There's a lot of it actually, and that sort of is the soapy nature of it. But yeah, this acting is for me not up to snuff really with a big sweeping action drama. And then the comedy moments are very hit or miss. Sometimes they're going for this broad comedy. They're doing like the one kid wants to be an improv star, so like we see him kind of doing that a little bit. It all seems a little bit of a mismatch of ideas that sometimes works, but more often than not doesn't work. And it's a shame because I do think this show had some potential. If we were to get a season 2 or 3 or whatever of this show, maybe some of those things could be fine-tuned a little bit, because I definitely think there's potential here. I think there's some intrigue with the premise for sure, but just not all the pieces came together for me. So I will leave The Brother's Son right in the middle there with a C. And if you are intrigued about it, well, you can check out the 8 episodes on Netflix now, and I think that's probably all we're going to get for this show. Thank you so much for watching Dan Reviews It, and we'll see you next time.